Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans. This is the 15th day of December 2022. I just want here to drop a very quick one, okay? I want to encourage every Biafrans to be very, very, very resolute and focused. The difference between us, the Biafra people, and those that are blackmailing and propagating all manner of falsehood against us is that they are two-faced people, corrupt, very unbalanced people, and we are not two-faced. These people that are parading and spreading all this falsehood against us are those who believe in Biafra and they believe in Nigeria. So what they do is that they are the agent of P2B, whom they want to use as a pedestrian to cross to the other side of wealth. We are not here for that. We are here for complete freedom of Biafra people after many years of subjugation and slavery under the Nigeria state. So forget them, disregard them, tagging me terrorist, tagging me agent of Nigeria, tagging me all manner of names. One thing is very certain. After the 25th of February 2023, they will all come back to us. That is to prove that they are two-faced. So when what they are doing is failing, or when it has failed, they will come back and start praising us. The man they are calling terrorist today, just because of it is politically motivated blackmail, they will turn out tomorrow to say that you that have joined this movement, you are a hero because you have not deviated and you are not derailed. No matter the name they call you today, I call upon you, the Biafran people, to be very strong. We have never, ever gotten it right this way. This is the time. The foundation that is holding that evil entity, corrupt entity, terrorist entity called Nigeria is shaking. And we'll finally break it in 2023. Every Biafran must be very, very strong. Go to every media where they are propagating these lies and blackmail and defend Biafra. Thank you. Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. This is the 16th day of December 2022. And we are very, very angry. We are not happy. The news coming from the DSS dungeon from Abuja suggests that the DSS no longer provide food for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in their custody, illegally in their custody. And we have also read in the news that the family of our leader has been able to raise 1 million naira for his feeding. So when we say that the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has gone beyond family business and family matter, this is where we come in. So for this reason, from today, the auto-piloted IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be making available every month 2 million naira for his feeding. The reason it is going to be 2 million for his feeding every month will be because we know that the DSS, this some DSS, will be stealing from that money because Nigeria are criminals. The security agents, they are criminals. Most of these people, they will be stealing from the money. So we are going to do everything possible to provide 2 million for his feeding. We don't want them to feed him again. We don't need their feeding. So, but when we provide this money every month, we'll be expecting that at no point in time will they starve Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from today going forward. Thank you, and may God bless Biafrans.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ndewo. I think it's a special day for the Biafrans today. But before we go into details, grab yourself a cup of coffee, a glass of water, a glass of gin, whatever the fuck you are into, or roll up yourself one, and let's get situated. While we do that, let's take a look at the pulse. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please, if you have not smashed the like button, go ahead and do that. Like, share, and subscribe. So we can get more people to start the conversation. We no good date here. I have just a couple of minutes to be here before we enter plantation. Then be back again in the evening. The Biafra government in Exile Convention, led by Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, has taken the center stage, has taken the digital war by storm. The convention started today, November 29th. It ends on the 3rd of December 2024 in Lahti, Finland, aimed to declare the restoration of Biafra independence. Now, one thing I want us to understand here, I'm sorry that I'm not be able to bring you footage from the convention. There are a lot of thunderous speeches by various individuals, especially the ones from the chief of staff with the Biafra in exile. That woman, powerhouse, she delivered a resounding message that we will refer to weeks from now, months from now, if not years from now. And it's also interesting to know that, yes, EPA hasn't made any appearance yet. The convention is taking place in his own town. Now, what does that say? Or what do you make of that? To those who are still believing that, who are still trying to write EPA off, they should also understand now that it is not about EPA. This is bigger than EPA. Would EPA not still be present, the convention is still going on in thinking, and it was like the attendance of that convention is commendable. So this is not about EPA, and I don't think it will ever be about EPA. Let's take a blast from the past.
You said in several videos that there won't be election in the Southeast.
Yes.
What do you expect will happen? You think Peter Obi is wasting his time running for president?
Peter Obi is not just wasting his time. Peter Obi is, I don't know any derogatory word that I will use to quantify Peter Obi. Peter Obi is not running for president. Peter Obi is only in this race to distract Biafrans. That's all. They want to get somebody from the Southeast who will now come as a Biafra, so that it will be on record that in 2023, a Biafra ran for Nigeria president. That's all. So he's not running for president, and he himself knows that.
What if he wins?
Why is he going to win? Is he going to win from your vote?
What if he wins?
No.
We are not even talking about winning, because we can't allow election in Biafra land. So if he is going to win, he is going to win from the election.
I can't get enough of that. Why is he going to win? Ekpa emphasized that over 50 million Igbos have voted for the Biafra referendum, exercising their rights to self-determination. This digital diplomacy effort has sparked a global conversation, captivating audience worldwide. So, again, if anything, you have to respect the man called Ekpa. The convention's success can be attributed to ECPA's strategic use of digital platform to mobilize support and raise awareness about the Biafran cause. You see, people keep trying to underscore the point, the cause, and focus on what personality. I'm not surprised, because that is how the media is set up to operate. Just like they make the majority of the opposition or the people to focus on Bola Tinubu's artistic display during the conversation, all this blah 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 and all that. And instead of what to actually assess the people, what they are bringing into the table. The same thing goes to the American election. The opposition make everybody focus on what Donald Trump personality. And at the end of the day, they could not see the tsunami that follows that personality. So, and exactly the same thing they happen, right? The Nigerian media, in attempts to dissuade the public attention away from the passage of the bill, that will enrich, them. They shift the people's attention on Ekpa personality. By so doing, brought more attention to the cause. So if you pay attention, you understand that there's only two things that dominate the conversation: Ekpa and Biafra Convention. That's an achievement of $1 billion. No, as the digital landscape continues to evolve, it's clear that the digital diplomacy will play an increasing important role in shaping global conversation and mobilize support for not just for various causes, but for the Biafran cause in particular. So we have a winner, the Biafran conversation, the Biafran agitation, the Biafran struggle has never been more alive than today. And all that credit should go to no other person, to Simon Ekpa. I mean, if you want to talk about the Ojumo Gbeduku legacy, there's no way you can avoid talking about his strategy. It's the strategy they use, the technology he took advantage of. However, you want to disagree with his approach, right? The same thing with Nnamdi Kanu, ability for him to capitalize on the technology that is available, which is the internet. You can take away that from him. Same goes to Ekpa. Ekpa is able to take the conversation to new heights via the technology that is available for us today. And the result is out there for everybody to see. The result is playing right now as we have this conversation in Finland, right? The sons and daughters of the Biafran struggle all over the world are converging. But they are not just doing it in secrecy or anything, but they are bringing the world along, thanks to EPA, right? It forced the whole Nigerian audience to go with them. So you are either there physically or you are there digitally. And the number of digital people that pay attention, that converge, that are having this conversation is way more than those that converge. That is a man or group of people who are maximizing what is obtainable today. And that's a winning streak for me. Either you want to see it, the old world has gone with the old strategy. The new world is upon us. And you can see the Biafra movement are setting the pace. Don't be surprised when you begin to see Arewa people, whatever, in display like this in any part of the world. The same thing goes to the Yoruba people who are already converging in France as we speak, even though it's in disguise of Nigerian state. But that's a conversation we'll go in details later today. You can see the LA because the more you understand, we pay attention, the more you take your attention away from all the noise, you begin to understand that the Nigeria state itself, whatever that held it together, is cracking. Like everybody is taking your own parts. And I can't help to say the way the Biafrans are taking it, they are ahead of the curve. So whatever the Nigerian state is thinking is doing by like keeping them away from power, by denying them freedom they think they deserve, is metamorphosizing in a different way that they cannot control. Right? Ekpa, okay, you take Ekpa. On a good day, let's think about the cyber war, the internet war out of this debate. On a good day, as you take Ekpa out of the picture, the whole convention will be in disarray. It will take them time for them to actually reconverge and actually put a cause forward. But in this case, taking Ekpa out of the picture, bring more attention to it. Bring the whole world to say, come, okay, it's like this is bigger than the way the media is painting it. And if you listen to this speech from the chief of staff of the Biafra in exile, she said, "We will never forget what Finnish authority did." That's it. Never stop anything, but instead amplify the process. So the world is talking about what is happening in SNK. It's going viral by the day. So all you need to do is to look beyond. Look, what is it going to be like 20 years from now? What is it going to be like 30 years from now? I don't know. The result is very clear.
Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans. This is the 15th day of December 2022. I just want here to drop a very quick one, okay? I want to encourage every Biafrans to be very, very, very resolute and focused. The difference between us, the Biafra people, and those that are blackmailing and propagating all manner of falsehood against us is that they are two-faced people, corrupt, very unbalanced people, and we are not two-faced. These people that are parading and spreading all this falsehood against us are those who believe in Biafra and they believe in Nigeria. So what they do is that they are the agent of P2B, whom they want to use as a pedestrian to cross to the other side of wealth. We are not here for that. We are here for complete freedom of Biafra people after many years of subjugation and slavery under the Nigeria state. So forget them, disregard them, tagging me terrorist, tagging me agent of Nigeria, tagging me all manner of names. One thing is very certain. After the 25th of February 2023, they will all come back to us. That is to prove that they are two-faced. So when what they are doing is failing, or when it has failed, they will come back and start praising us. The man they are calling terrorist today, just because of it is politically motivated blackmail, they will turn out tomorrow to say that you that have joined this movement, you are a hero because you have not deviated and you are not derailed. No matter the name they call you today, I call upon you, the Biafran people, to be very strong. We have never ever gotten it right this way. This is the time. The foundation that is holding that evil entity, corrupt entity, terrorist entity called Nigeria is shaking, and we'll finally break it in 2023. Every Biafran must be very, very strong. Go to every media where they are propagating these lies and blackmail and defend Biafra. Thank you.
In case you still don't understand what is happening or the fears of the unknown, right? Is the beginning of wisdom. Let me see if I can refresh you guys, or bring you close to what is actually happening.
Europeans come to this continent, literally ethnically cleanse the indigenous population out of existence, kill them on a scale that has hardly been equaled by the millions, and refer to them as savages. That's an achievement. Europeans come to this continent, literally ethnically cleanse the indigenous population out of existence, kill them on a scale that has hardly been equaled by the millions, and refer to them as savages. That's an achievement. Who's the savage? If you go, the first time I encountered this was in a little town in Massachusetts called Deerfield, or Old Deerfield. It's a reconstruction of what that little town looked like in colonial America. And so the houses are redone to look like they did then. Very nice job. It's a tourist thing. You go there and you look at that. And in front of each house is a plaque that explains something about this house. It was inhabited by the Yipsy Doodle family or whatever it was. And then description. On the 18th of October of 1702, the savages attacked. I remember the first time I saw this, the savages. You come in here, destroy everything these people have, and they are the savages. That's an interesting move.
It is.
You know?
I hadn't thought of that before.
Think about it.
Now, that is not from a movie scene. Me, myself, I don't go there feed before. Would you carry me go there? Obama phone. I was working for a marketing company that time with a share Obama phone. You know, that's a conversation. So it's not a movie. That's history. If it tells you, oh, that is what, 1400, 14, nearly 50, or 18, whatever, right? And they always refer to people. If you actually want to know what the Biafrans are fighting for, go study the history of the Americas, right? The Australia, the relationship with the British, the Americans continent with the relationship with the Western people. Then whatever you think that is happening in Gaza now, right? That is how the southeastern Nigeria see the Fulani hegemony, powered by that religion ideology or Arab ideology that has been coming all the way from the Middle Eastern part of the continent down to. So now, one question you should ask yourself: if to say the Hausa people, the original Hausa people, approach things and see things from the way the South are saying, maybe they will still be in control of their territory. Just saying, just to let you know, if you think about what is the convention that is taking place in Helsinki right now, and you seems to be at loss and you don't know what is going on, just you know, take a trip down memory lane, read history. You understand that the planet that it is now, maybe it's not natural. Now we human beings design it like that, by hook or by crook. That's what that video is about, just to tell you what the fear of the unknown. Why you think whatever that is, you don't know why people like Ojukwu, Simon Ekpa and the rest, and why you don't know people like Osman Danfodio are very famous. Why people like Buhari are revered. So all these things are. There's another video where I put let me see if I can bring it up here. That could give a different understanding to what is happening in Finland and pretty much what has been the basic of agitation from day one. I'm bringing up that video so that it's very close home. You understand? Enjoy, like, share, and subscribe. I've got like maybe 30 minutes more to get the heck out of here.
What the president essentially is doing is trying to pull all the resources to the southwest, particularly Lagos. Many of the oil companies are in Niger Delta, are in the Delta region. That's where they have their operations. But their headquarters are in Lagos. They pay VAT to Lagos. Dangote is paying VAT in Lagos with his factories in Rome. What has Lagos done to earn that? So Lagos is getting all of that money. And now you're saying, oh yeah, that money is ours, that money is ours. No, it isn't. Lagos is what it is today thanks to the Nigeria's Commonwealth. All the infrastructures were built by Nigerian Commonwealth. The ports, the bridges, the everything. If anybody asks you, you must pay. So people need to be sensible. There is this thing they call in the old Zulu adage, Ubuntu. You are who you are because of me. It's common humanity. Northern governors met in Kaduna to talk about VAT. Oh, and they want to accrue more money. Let me say that they were not there for God and country or for the region. They were collecting there because they are not going to get more money. So this selfishness, oh, it's me, it's me, it's me, and the president is following that, it's raising antenna alarm in the north. To all that, yes, and the president has sent a bill to the House about his tax reform. That is his right as the executive. But it is the right of our representatives, and we're watching them very closely. It is the right of our representatives to fight for us and kill that bill if it does not do well for the people they are representing. End of story. There is no argument. There is no argument. This is what democracy is. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on his own cannot do things without reverting back to the House. And we have our representatives there that we will hold accountable.
Now, let's go back to the first.
What the president essentially is trying to pull all the resources to the southwest, particularly Lagos. Many of the oil companies are in Niger Delta, are in the Delta region. That's where they have their operations. But their headquarters are in Lagos. They pay VAT to Lagos. Dangote is paying VAT in Lagos with his factories in the north.
Now, he started by saying Tinubu want to pull all the resources to the southwest alone. Now, if you follow this platform, or you follow me from since Methuselah, you hear me referring to President Buhari while he was a sitting president. In one of his interviews with Arise, one of those, he says something very, very profound. That this is about race. It's about race supremacy. I'm paraphrasing. And there's a fact in that. It's obvious now. It used to be it's like a gentleman conversation between themselves. Because a sitting president who utter words like this, and all his policy is gearing toward that belief. Are you surprised that Bola Tinubu, without mixing word from what the gentleman put forward, is doing the same thing? So if you still don't understand the Biafra and Exile Convention, the struggle for Biafra cause, those are just the dots you need to connect. It's beyond the surface of television, newspaper, internet, and just that's why when people they claim us, why they know this, they teach us again. There's a reason why it is because, as I said, the people who contributed largely to the history that you and I should be taught are still very much alive, and they are still very much active. So you can understand this struggle between these big three with their ideology of supremacy within the three of them. So no matter how they try to hide it, it's coming out in the open by the day. So if you still don't understand why the Ojukos, the Nnamdi Kanus, the Ekpas are being revered the way they are today, it is because they keep, even though they are not in power. When I mean them talking about the Saudis, I've always said it, if you know the power, anything we get and give you. They still find a way to bring that into the front burner. So it is deeper than what we see. It has its roots from the foundation of what we call Nigeria. So that's that agreement, whatever they did, the negotiation, they negotiate to patch things together. Even they know that there's no way it can be patched. It's coming apart. And it's coming apart because there's pressure both from the outside and from the inside. Thanks to the internet world that we are living today, you can see it playing out in a sync, right? But one thing we should pay attention to, why the convention takes center stage in conversation all over the world. The Yoruba hegemony are helping to amplify that because of what is going on too, right? Within their own, everybody is very focused. These old men are very focused on the mission, right? So, but again, if you look, despite the fact that the Fulani hegemony are having upper hand physically by dominating the land, but they are not necessarily at the forefront of the race. If you understand the word of fintech, financial and technology, then you understand that the Yorubas led by Tinubu today, that's what you understand. They understand the strategic location of where they are located right now. They are doing everything to earmark resources from every nook and cranny in the pipeline of finance to hold their sway, right? Why the people like Ekpa see the advance of the cyber world and inch on it. You don't see the correlation right now, but as time goes on, everything good they wide you they see am. So when you see the North are strongly, maybe I did use the North as if I'm bringing the Fulani hegemony, the throne is so strongly against the tax bill. It's not necessarily because you're speaking for everybody. No, it's not. The core of it is what this
What
man
the
just said.
president essentially is doing is trying to pull all the resources to the southwest, particularly Lagos. Many of the oil companies are in Niger Delta, are in the Delta region. That's where they have their operations. But they're
So in today's world, it is not the amount of territory you physically control or the amount of the machinery weapons that you have. It is the amount of finance, the financial resources you have with the modern technology, which is the cyber world, right? The AI and all that. So when you are in control of this two critical sector, you hold the world balls. That's exactly you see why the US had to strategize what globalization is about, right? And they are defining their existence pretty much because guess what? China has stepped up. The economy I mean, they have the biggest economy in the world right now. At the same time, the latest technology in the world, they are also in competition. So what you see, Professor Osman is echoing out is those two critical sectors not in their control, right? The finance is pretty much, I mean, if the first step Bola Tinubu take is to bring pretty much CBN back to Lagos and all that kind of thing. So tax, the tax bill that just passed is the summary of everything. We just aggregate the money. They are trying to put all the tax we are collecting into one pipeline, and Lagos is the largest share. Once the Yoruba hegemony are in control of finance, right, and the likes of Ekpa and the Biafra are already ahead of the cyber world. What do you expect? They can have the land all they want. It's of vibe after that we know people will farm again on the land. It doesn't matter if you live on the land, you don't know. Your presence can still be felt. So if you understand the changing world, then you understand the frustration, the conversation that is brewing right now than it. But the cocoa of it still remain freedom. That's the only way all this tension can, everybody can go home and do whatever your shit you fucking want. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, like, share, and subscribe. There's still money here, so if you hear this sound, wait, I think I'll be. Sorry guys, I think I have to leave. I'll go work. Since nobody give me money. No, on a more serious note, I will be. I gotta go. I gotta go to work, and I should be back 2 3 hours. Then I will continue the conversation. But I really want to talk about this when we come back. Even though there's no way you can not talk about what is happening in Helsinki, we will talk about it. But I'm somebody who believe everything that happen. You cannot separate everything that's happened. Whatever the convention in Helsinki, you cannot separate it from the the slaves who are displaying their foolishness in Paris, the name of partnership, and the the bill that is the argument that I just started over the bill. You know, I talked about before. I say once they pass the bill like this, you will see everybody go begin to it all rubbish. They disturb us, right? So these three events cannot be separated. So I'll come back after work 2 3 hours from now to actually make sense of this. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm not here to propagate. I will tie the three of them together. The convention in Finland, Finland, Bokwenu, the foolishness that is being displayed in France in the name of partnership. That's I want city boys. That is one Yoruba headway. You know, that's the Biafra struggle is winning, and you can see that display in Finland. The Yoruba hegemony is also winning, and you can see that being displayed in France. In two ways, display in France and display in Abuja. The other sector, which is the Fulani hegemony, and then they take backstage for now, and you know, go blame them because they've been on the winning streak for the past 8 years, so they're taking the backstage. So these three things connotes and is going to be they are going to dominate our conversation from days to come, weeks to come, months, years to come. On that note, I'll see you guys later. And let me just give you a clips, a little bit of foolishness in Paris as I'm going to. That's the line I'm going to take. Oh, I'm gonna take. Oh, wait, oh, I know get it this time. Oh, sorry. Hey, give me. Why I dey try bring them up? Make I refresh your memory
Europeans
again.
come to this continent, literally ethnically cleanse the indigenous population out of existence, kill them on a scale that has hardly been equaled by the millions, and refer to them as savages. That's an achievement. Who's the savage?
That is the fear of Indigo, and that's what you see playing out in what? Finland. Let me play among these two.
What the president essentially is doing is trying to pull all the resources to the southwest, particularly Lagos. Many of the oil companies are in Niger Delta, are in the Delta region. That's where they have their operations. But their headquarters are in Lagos. They pay VAT to Lagos. Dangote is paying VAT in Lagos with his factories in North.
Do that need any explanation? How the my Yoruba people are doing their thing?
And
Listen to
I
this.
just take the last part of
Order 38. That is order of the business. Mr. President, the order of the business says, number 10, that our business for the day will be based on the order paper. The order paper does not contain this. And for God's sake, this is a very, very, very important matter. We should not in any way try to use the position of the Senate, because the order paper is clear and we have been doing this. I have no problem having them to come here and explain whatever. We have been doing that, but we follow known procedures. And that is, if today this thing has to be taken, you now quickly ask for supplementary order paper that will reflect this. And as you said, this is a very, very important matter. It is not a matter that you just come and tell us after we are doing business of the day. Mr. President, you can have your way, but I will have my say. You will have your way, but I can have my say. You can use the gavel, and I will use my voice. This thing is very sensitive. Our people have been dominated by this matter. When you say it's matter of urgent national importance, yes, we do have matters of urgent national importance. But even those matters normally is referred to the next legislative date or another legislative date. Please, I beg you in the name of God, this matter is very, very important to not only us, but
It's important to them because it is realization of the common. We are losing the grip of the most important in finance and the narrative that we have kept under the carpet for over 60 years, which is the Biafran struggle. Right? It's shining in Finland. Tinubu is using that as a screen to support the resources to them, right? While at the same time fooling themselves in Paris. Now, that is the next civil war taking shape, right? When you see the marriage of fintech, the Yorubas coming with their financial power, because they don't dominate every sector now, and have already successfully positioned the tax pipeline direct to them, then the control, and you can see the structures of the finance too, the Lumelu and the rest, then with the control of the social media space, when those two forces find an equilibrium, come together, then the Fulani hegemony, who control the narrative of the political structure, while I don't start with that. So the nation state, as we have it, is going obsolete. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll talk about that in the next 3-4 hours. Mago walk. Ciao. And congratulations to my Indigo. Shout out to Prime Minister Ekpa. Doing well.